through, right?
The light is coming through. I have a history of working with lighting. I've worked with lighting designers in Oklahoma City and in New York. A lot of my work actually involves light because I like the quality of light. I'm not necessarily a painter. This is probably the first painting I've ever exhibited. And one of the things that I like about paintings, when I see paintings, is that there is a depth of field. Yeah. So by adding light behind the painting is kind of there's a twofold reason for it. One is that you're putting light in the painting, which is what painting is really all about, is using light and color. The third one is that a painting that glows adds another dichotomy to a sort of purposeless object. Art has no purpose really other than to hang on the wall and maybe at best inspire you when you look at it. But beyond that, there's really no purpose of it. So the painting also just kind of serves as a nightlight, as kind of like a lamp in your home. So I'm trying to like bridge several gaps at once. My fascination with light came from working with a lighting designer here in Oklahoma City. His name is Randy Marks. I started working with him after college. Originally I was a graphic design major, but I always had an interest in sculpture and realized I didn't want to sit in front of a computer for the rest of my life. So Randy offered me a job, and I took the job and used that as my practicum to steer out of graphic design and more into furniture design and lighting design specifically.
Well,
I think that people like tend to overlook objects they use on a daily basis. I see furniture and art being equivalent to that of fashion. They all have a cycle. There's a season for each new object. A piece of furniture, though, I think, has a longer lifespan than a garment. I mean, you can see a garment years from now and go, I know that when you see like funky tie-dye shirts, you know, that's definitely an object from the 70s and the 60s. But I think furniture also has some of those same aspects, but yet it's physically, it's built, it's more constructed, you know. So it's furniture as art is a living sculpture that, you know, and a sculpture that you actually live with and that you crawl into and you're engaging with constantly. So that's the direction that I'm taking with my work, although it's not reflected in this particular painting, but it is in a way that it's still a functional light piece. But most of my other work is of chandeliers and table lamps and floor lamps and of that sort. The painting is of a flower. It has a light behind it, so there's that double entendre of an insect being attracted to the center point of the flower, so, and of the light. So yeah, you'd be correct in saying, you know, like a moth to a flame.